Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we are doing another transfer target show. Right, it's your Wednesday's version of the transfer target show. Big news already coming in for today. Right, Lewandowski to leave. Will that mean Mane will replace him, as he's hinting at leaving Liverpool? Lukaku wants to go back to Inter Milan. Pogba as now knowing that he's left Manchester United, has 3 to 4 clubs looking at him and for him to choose to go to. And also, we've got to put a bit of Arsenal in there, being an Arsenal fan myself. And Arsenal's William Saliba happy to return to Marseille and will to Marseille to Arsenal, and will return to once his loan deal is up. So make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you smash the share button. Please do also, if you want to donate, the link will be in the description for the Just Giving page as usual. You can also leave a donation of thanks for the video. Right, that would be really helpful, because it also helps the charity just a little. It just helps the charity in either way. And also hit the join button as well, from as little as $1.99 a month, right, with loads of free levels if you want to be a member. So yeah, now that's all the way. Let's get into this. Yes, guys, and as you can see from Fabrizio Romano, this was came out yesterday, and he's tweeted it about 15 hours ago. So yeah, some point yesterday, as quite widely reported out. So, and that would have been about what, 12 hours now? 12 hours would have been 11 p.m. Put another 5 on that. That's about 6 p.m. Robert Lewandowski tells obviously someone a certain account. Don't know exactly who that is, but anyway, Robert Lewandowski has basically come out and said, it's time for a new stage for me. I hope the fans of Bayern Munich, of course, will understand, and I will get the chance to take on a new challenge at another club for a few more years. That's my wish. So cross X at #FC Bayern. I am not extending my contract. That is for sure. Right. So, as you can tell, Robert Lewandowski is not going to renew at Bayern Munich. And a new challenge, does that mean he goes abroad from Germany? Does he go to Serie A? Does he go to Liga 1? With obviously links of there have been very strong links of Mane coming into Bayern Munich. So is that the sign of that, the fact that Mane is going to get is going to sign to Bayern? Is that actually, does that rumour now hold some weight to it, knowing that Lewandowski is going to go? I'd love to know what you think about this, because also Mane, being the player he is, we all know him to be on the left wing of Liverpool's attack. So if he comes in and he's on the left wing, does that also mean that Serge Gnabry could be up for sale as well? That there's been links about Serge Gnabry going back to Arsenal. Does that now hold some weight to it? Does that actually hold some truth to it? Right? I'm not getting my hopes up, because I know what Arsenal are like. Right? Let's get that straight. they're too busy faffing around with Jesus, and we'll get to that in a minute. There's more news on that. But I'd love to know what you think. Where do you think Robert Lewandowski will go? Right? I'd love to know where you think he'll go. Where do you think he would want to challenge himself to see if he can score the amount of goals that he does at a different league? I'd love to see him. If Liverpool are in for him, I'd love, as much as I'd hate to see him at Liverpool because it could spell disaster for any club that wants to play against Liverpool. It'd be interesting to see how many goals he can score in the Premier League, because he is a goal machine. Lewandowski is a goal machine. You buy Lewandowski, you're guaranteed 30 goals, right? And he's been doing that with Bayern Munich for a while, all season, every season. Can he do that in the Premier League? We've never seen him in the Premier League to be able to do it. I think he can. He's got the physical presence. He's very tall, strong, can hold the ball up, and just his movement off the ball to find those areas of space to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. And he would be a dream for any creative player to play with. And if you've got Liverpool's creative midfield with Fabinho, you've got Thiago, you've got Trent, Robertson, you've got Salah there, you've got Jota, Luis Diaz as well. Like that could be like a formidable force, right? I do feel Luis Diaz has been brought in to take. I do feel Mane will leave. I do think it's a possibility because you've got Luis Diaz there. They've got Luis Diaz there. So if they can make money off Mane to then also get someone that can challenge Diaz, Liverpool are that sort of club to go do it. So don't forget what they did with Coutinho to get themselves up to challenge Man City, right? So, and obviously this transfer window is going to be massive for them. They've just missed out on the league. They've missed out on the Champions League, so it's only a cup double. So it's not been a great season. Right? I don't care what Liverpool fans say. I don't care what anyone says. That is not a great season for Liverpool. You were in the hunt going into the last day of the Premier League. You were in the hunt for the Champions League into the final. Right? It would have been a great season if you've done the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Champions League, or the league. But the fact that you've missed out on the two biggest prizes from the English game, right, or that the English clubs can win, that is not good. That is not a great season. It's a very good season, especially with how Liverpool have been over the last few years. But yeah, I'd love to know what your thoughts about that. Leave all your thoughts in the comments below. More news coming your way. Right? This is not going to be as long as an hour live show, because obviously an hour live show we get to get you guys on and let you have your say, which is why I usually like doing lives. So moving on, and I was talking about Arsenal, Serge Gnabry. I'm talking about Arsenal now. We all know they're trying to get Gabriel Jesus. Now I want to see. No, just see. Gabriel Jesus, Arsenal. I believe. Right, this is 3 hours. This is right. We've got one report. Right, here's one report saying. Here's another report saying. Right, there were reports from Sky saying that we were going to offer 200 grand a week. 200 grand a week, and if I just go through, these last ones here, so. Arsenal, that's where we sit. 50 million euros, 50 million euros. So that's £42.5 million to try and get Gabriel Jesus' services. Man City are demanding 60 million to sanction the sale, right? For the sake of 10 mil, why don't you just do it? This is what winds me up about this club, right? You're trying to skimp and save. Just spend the money. If you want to get Gabriel Jesus, spend the fucking money. I'm sorry, just spend the money. Like, it's the sake of 10 mil. You treat 10 mil. You've given away 3.5 million to get a player that was on a free. So what's the 10 mil gonna make? Like, especially if he's gonna be our main number 9, and he would probably be a decent number 9 for us. I do think Jesus, I've got my doubts about him, right? Because if he ain't been able to do it for Man City, right? And let's not forget, let's not forget how many chances Man City create for him, and yet he still scores not that many goals. Hence why he hasn't replaced Aguero, and they're looking at someone else, and they're looking at Haaland, right? Which I believe is a done deal. But yeah, it is done. It was done before the end of the season. So if that's the case, then why are Arsenal looking at scraps, like someone else's scraps again? You know what I mean? How many times have Arsenal done this, right? I do feel this time he's not old. He's only 25, 26, something like that. So it's not like an old age pensioner, and like that's way past his sell by date, which is what David Luiz, Willian, Silvestre when we got him. Like, it's not like those sort of turnouts. Mkhitaryan weren't great either. Right? So yeah, but, and I'm gonna take off that screen just now. I'm gonna show you another screen, and it's about, if I give you Sky's transfer live one, and this is now the problem. This is why we needed. This is why we needed Champions League football. Like, they're now dilly-dallying about 10 mil because you've just not basically said, there you go. They were so quick to buy Ben White for 50 mil, who's absolutely appalling. He's one of the worst defenders I've seen come to this club. Like, if that's the case, and you're willing to pay that much for frigging Ben White without hesitation, why are we getting Jesus for the sake of another 10 mil? Get it done. Because now Premier League clubs are looking at him now this summer. Official bids will arrive soon from Fabrizio, right? So now other clubs are going to get involved. If other clubs get involved, do you think Jesus is going to come to Arsenal? Hell no. Hell no. Then who we got next? Scamacca. What if someone goes in for him? What if we can't get him out of Italy? What are we going to do then? Very little players, not many players, Italian players, leave Serie A, right? What are we going to do then? Like, just get the deal done before anyone else turns up. This is why Arsenal were reported to offer him 200 grand a week. Is he worth 200 grand a week, actually? This is actually a good question for you guys to leave in the comments. Is Jesus for Arsenal worth 200 grand a week, right? Or are we just basically taking Lacazette's contract away of 200 grand a week to give it to another guy that's going to be basically like Lacazette again, because he doesn't take his chances? Because how many chances does Jesus miss when he's at Man City? Bearing in mind how many chances they create. You know what I mean? Right? We need someone who's clinical. Last season, as much as also we need someone clinical, we need someone creative. Right? Tielemans in our midfield would have been great because it would help Partey be more creative as well. Like, as well as he be more creative. But like, that's why we need a clinical striker. because we don't create chances. We were 17th in the table for big chances created. 17th. Arsenal Football Club, 17th. Right? That's appalling. And people are telling me that we've improved. Okay. Like I keep saying, like, don't believe everything the club come out with. Like, form your own opinion rather than what the club thinks. But I'm glad that William Saliba's coming back from Marseille. It's about time. He's had two, like, he could have come in there last season. We could have saved ourselves 50 million by just bringing him in and putting him next to Gabriel. But if he comes in and he still plays Ben White next to Gabriel and doesn't give him a chance, I will go loopy. Honestly, like, I will go absolutely mad. And do you know what will happen is, because he won't give him a chance and basically doesn't rate him like he does with Pepe, everyone will then say, oh, Saliba's shit. Because that's what they've done to every other player that's been pretty good and pretty darn decent compared to, like, Granit Xhaka or something like that. Guendouzi's better than Granit Xhaka, I'm sorry. He is. But everyone keeps saying he's shit because he's on loan and Arteta don't rate him. Same as Pepe. Like, Pepe don't get game time, so they all say he's crap. There you go. But there you go. As you can see, there's loads of rumours there. So, like, loads of rumours there. Sorry about that. I had that on to a bit too long. But, but yeah. In terms of Lukaku, we all know Lukaku's left Chelsea. And if I get it up, Lukaku... right, so Lukaku... Right, so Lukaku wants to leave Chelsea, right? But he ain't going to, right? So apparently he's not going to. So from what I'm seeing, that's the wrong page on Twitter here. I'll get the tweets up about it right now. So Chelsea, this is in the last 3 hours. This was 13 hours ago from Fabrizio. Right, Inter and Chelsea will be in direct talks from Romelu Lukaku in the coming days. After contracts with the player, he strongly wants to return to Inter Milan. Right, it won't be easy, an easy deal, as Chelsea spent 115 million euros for Lukaku, and Inter can only try a loan move. So Lukaku wants to go back to Inter, but Inter can only basically afford to do it as a loan. Right, so do you think this? And then on top of this, in the last 3 hours, that's just right. Sorry. Oh, what happened to that? What happened to that then? Honestly, I just had it here. Why did it do that? No, there you go. So yeah, so in the last 3 hours, sorry. If I go to bear in mind this is in the Daily Mail apparently, so take it with a pinch of salt. But Chelsea want Lautaro Martinez as part of Romelu Lukaku's loan to Inter. I could see why they would. Right? I'm trying to see. Chelsea are reportedly open to a loan move to Inter for Lukaku, but want one of these three players in exchange for as part of the deal, right? Bastoni, who we all know are in talks with, he's in talks with Tottenham right now. Lautaro Martinez and Skriniar, defender. Skriniar is definitely an option for Chelsea because they do need a defender, I believe. Look, do you feel Lukaku would get his loan move? And if so, do you feel Chelsea would get one of these three players? Right? Let me know in the comments below as usual. Plus, also, Chelsea fans, which player would you prefer out of those three? Which player would you prefer? Right? What's more important to you as part of the deal? Right? So there you go. Speaking of Spurs, because I mentioned them, Spurs have now signed Fraser Forster, the goalkeeper, probably as a backup for Luke. It's going to be a backup for Hugo Lloris, basically. So they've made their second signing already. It's still another 2 days until the transfer window opens. Right? So, like, any people that make excuses saying the transfer window ain't open yet, so don't expect much business. You can get it done. Right? So they've signed Perisic. They've signed now Fraser Forster. They're in deep talks with Bastoni to try and get him in, who's obviously played under, as far as I know, he's played under Conte at Inter Milan. So that definitely, for me, Bastoni will probably go to Spurs for me. He'll want to play under the manager that he's played with before, which is Antonio Conte. So in terms of the other deal with Lukaku to Inter, I probably feel the other two is the only two that probably Chelsea are going to get if they want one of those three. So, because I think Bastoni might choose the fact that he knows Conte and he wants to be part of that setup. Shows what Champions League football does, doesn't it? Right? Now Spurs have got more pulling power than we have. Right? Because they've got Champions League football, they've got an elite manager. But even if we got Champions League football, that would make it level because they have an elite manager. When you get an elite manager, you get players that will want to play for the manager because of how good he is, right? And his reputation, right? We don't have that because we have the co-man, right, running our club, right? So the only other option we needed to have the pool that we needed to get players in is to get Champions League football. But who bottled it? Right? So people saying fifth is an improvement. No, it's completely fucked us. That's what it's done. Because now we can't get the players, right? Because what will happen now is next season, we won't have the players that we need to compete for top four. To compete, so Arteta can compete with Conte if he can, Ten Hag if he can, Klopp and Pep if they can, and Tuchel if he can. Which, to be honest, he could have all the players in the world. I don't think he would, but like, you sit there, because we don't have that Champions League football, that pool. These fans will then make the excuse, well, we didn't have Champions League football. He couldn't attract the players that we needed to. So, like, he can only do, and that means we can't compete with them lot. Well, you should have got it then, shouldn't you? You should have got the Champions League. You should have got Champions League this season then, shouldn't you? Right? There's no excuses. I'm sorry. No excuses. Get lost. Sorry about that. Yeah, no excuses whatsoever, mate. No excuses. Right. In terms of Manchester United, I'm going to move on to Manchester United, actually. Because obviously... because Ronaldo's come out saying he's happy to stay. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at. Right, there you go. Right, I found this. Right, so this is what Ronaldo's had to say about Man United and Ten Hag, and look what he's looking forward to next season. He said he's happy to stay, and that his calls on Man United fans to give Erik Ten Hag time that says, let's believe that next year we're going to win trophies. That's the United mentality, always believing we can win trophies no matter what the situation. Right, this is why Ten Hag wants him, not just his goals. Right, so there we are. Like, who else better to say that? Plus, also he's also won the Matt Busby Player of the Year award. So there you go. Which I think is probably justified. You could also say frigging De Gea, to be honest, like, because De Gea's had to make some unbelievable saves to try and keep him in it. But anyway, that's a different story. That's so Man United's mentality, as he said, right? So he's happy to stay for another season, despite being in Europa League. If they get the right players in, Man United I think, will win Europa League. I do feel that Ten Hag will get into will win in the Europa League next season. Right, simple. So in that sense, they've got a good chance of winning trophies next season. Nemanja Matic is one of the players that is set to leave Manchester United, and he's looking to go back to Roma to go and play under Jose Mourinho, who he was happy playing under when he was Man United manager. But what could derail that, because he wants to play under Mourinho, is that PSG are planning to try and get Mourinho to replace Mauricio Pochettino as their manager. We all know Poch is leaving PSG as their manager. Right? That was done no matter what Poch did last season, which wasn't a lot, especially in the tournament they want to win, which is the Champions League. So now they're going down the cup special. He's definitely a cup specialist. In a one-off game, he can put out like the results. So so Mourinho is tipped to go. They want PSG want Mourinho at their club, and let's be honest, they've got the money to pay for it. Let's be honest, they just put Mbappe on a massive contract and given him so many rights. So basically, does that mean that Mbappe said, "Can we get Mourinho, please?" rather than PSG saying it? That's how stupid that contract is. It's unreal. But but I do think either way, Matic will go. For me personally, I don't think it will derail it. It could do. I don't think it will, because Matic needs to leave. There's a lot of players that need to leave Man United, and he's one of them. And I'm saying that I'm not even a Man United fan. By the way, guys, Arteta fans, just so you're aware, we all know this shirt, 03-04 Invincible season, right? Standards. I'm wearing it because of standards, showing you what our standards should be. Right, not accepting fifth. But there you go. I just had to put that one in there. But but in terms of Man United wanting players, Nunez, we all know they want Nunez. Arch rivals Liverpool, though. Let me get this up from Sky. Let me get this up from Sky. To consider offer for Benfica, with Manchester United also interested. Nuno scored 34 times in all competitions for Benfica last season, and he's rated at 100 million euros. That's 85.5 million pound. Man United are also interested in the 22-year-old striker. The Uruguayan international is one of a number of strikers that Liverpool are also interested in. Right, and if Liverpool are interested in, the Man United, I think, need to go get him, because if Liverpool, they've got a really good scouting system of choosing and what players they need and what players will fit that squad. So Man United, I do feel, are in the driving seat for that, but then it could easily change, because Liverpool do have the Champions League as well as an elite manager, as well as looking like a team that can challenge Man City at the minute. I don't think Man United will be challenging Man City anytime soon, not especially this next season. Maybe the season after, you'd be still a bit of a push. But the third season, I would expect them to be challenging by then. If Ten Hag's not got Man United challenging by at least the third season, then then again, it proves what, as an outsider for me, what I've been saying, from looking at outside in, is that what you can have the best managers in the world, and they have. If you ain't got the ownership and the board working for the best of the club rather than making money or anything like that, it's never going to work. So there we go. But yeah, anyway, in other news, Leeds have made a signing for which is Christensen, the Denmark player from RB Salzburg. Target from Aston Villa is going to go ahead to. He's finalising his move to Newcastle United, who are planning to spend big this summer as well. Don't forget, also Aston Villa are planning to spend big as well. They are still in, as far as I know. I'll just quickly have a look, but I still think Suarez is being talked about to Aston Villa because of Steven Gerrard and that, as far as I know. Oh. No, Luis Suarez has rejected a loan move. He's gone, right, as well as moved River Plate. He is seriously considering offers from I'll bring this up finally. I'll bring this up finally, and then that was it. To be fair, that's all pretty much the news wrapped up, as far as I know. So let me just bring this up. Just give me a sec. Why does it do that every time? Right. So yeah. That covered that. Yeah. So pretty much this. He's rejected all of them, and he is considering offers from Seville, Real Sociedad, and Fiorentina. Surprised he rejected River Plate and not going back to Argentina. Not gone to Argentina, to be honest. Or so but then why am I saying that? He's from Uruguay, isn't he? Why am I saying that? But yeah, that's what he's seriously considering at the moment. And that brings it to an end, really. That's pretty much everything that needs to be covered, to be honest. even gave you some like European football, European transfer news as well with Mourinho. But yeah, and Lewandowski. Yeah. But there you go. We're going to leave it there. Make sure you smash the like button. You smash the subscribe button. You hit the share button as well. Right. Do leave if you leave a donation, please do it by the Just Giving page down below. Right. I know it's a massive description. Right. But it's all there for you to do. Again, we'll be back Friday with a transfer target show, and we'll be live for that one. So it's only Wednesdays will be pre-recorded. I'll try and get them in 30 minutes, but like there's so much news, I'd rather get it all in one stream, and then do another one in another stream, because instead of doing small 10-minute streams every single time, because I have not got the energy or the time to do that. So there you go. 30. So there we are. Make sure you donate via the Just Giving page. Best way to donate. All the money goes to the charity. Not 40% goes to YouTube. All of it goes to charity, to the CLD Children's Liberties Foundation. If you do want to donate via the channel, hit that thanks button. You can do that as well. That'd be really appreciated. But also, if you want to become a member and be part of exclusive content, early access to videos, then the whole works, hit the join button below. But most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Turn the notifications on as well if you can, please. So you all know when we're live and whenever I'm updating the status, to let you know if I'm live or not. But yeah, make sure you smash the like button. Sorry about the lawnmower. Sorry about that, and hit the subscribe button. But until then, take care, guys, and we'll see you. We're live. Take care, guys. But take care, and I'll see you 7 p.m. tonight for